Welcome back. What was expected to be solemn send-off for glorious Kenyan Khalwale on Friday quickly became a political charged gathering, as leaders used the occasion to address the growing political debate surrounding Linda Mwananchi and the 2027 election. Among those present was Homa Bay Senator Moses Kajwang, who spoke strongly in defense of the movement and its supporters. At a time when political tensions surrounding the group have been rising, Kajwang's message came against the backdrop of controversy surrounding the Linda Mwananchi movement and the treatment of its supporters in recent political events. He condemned political intolerance and warned that disagreement should never become an excuse for violence and intimidation. His comments were particularly significant because the burial came just days after controversies surrounding a Linda Mwananchi rally in Homa Bay. Kajwang later apologized for the violence witnessed during that event and called for greater political tolerance.
What we witnessed in Homa Bay last Sunday, I want to make it very clear. That is not the position of the Luo community. That is not the position of the ODM party. This ODM party, Sifuna has been its Secretary General for the last 8 or 9 years. Osotsi has been its deputy party leader. There is nowhere in our ideology where we say that we are going to zone Kenya and we are going to prevent other Kenyans from accessing parts of Kenya. Raila Amolo Odinga was tear-gassed. He was beaten. He was attacked. Boni, unakumbuka ile siku Raila alikuwa anatoka Amerika, tulikuwa na Boni Khalwale kwa gari moja. Tulitandikwa kutoka Embakasi mpaka Gikomba mpaka Mudhurwa. We cannot commit the same injustices that have been committed upon us. That is why I offer an unconditional apology. And I have not come here to point blame. I have not come here to explain myself. We take responsibility for whatever was committed. We take responsibility for whatever is omitted. But ultimately, this culture of Gunism ilianza kidogo kidogo. Osotsi anakunywa chai, anatandikwa. Juzi Sifuna anakuja Homa Bay, anatandikwa. If we do not deal with Gunism in this country, it will morph into vigilantes, it will morph into militias, and it is going to eat us. We are not going to have a republic. I want to assure you that Kenya is open, and any corner of Kenya must be made open for everybody to express their freedom of expression, freedom of association, and freedom of political alignment. Nikimalizia, mimi ni kijana ya Raila Odinga. Yeye ndiye aliniingiza kwa siasa wakati ndugu yangu hayati Otieno Kajwang aliaga, ambaye amechukua msichana kutoka hapa Haega. Kwa hivyo nikija hapa, I am a relative, I am part of this community, and that is why we can never fight these two communities. Huyu Boni Khalwale alikuja kwangu, akanifanyia campaign.
But the political temperature at Khalwale's wife's burial was already high. Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna, one of the leading figures associated with Linda Mwananchi, was among the politicians attending the ceremony. Boni Khalwale himself publicly praised Sifuna for standing with his family after glorious death, revealing that Sifuna had contributed 500,000 towards the funeral arrangements. Khalwale went even further, openly backing Sifuna's political ambitions and calling on Western Kenya to consider supporting him. And that is where Kajwang's defense became politically interesting. The message from Kajwang was essentially that political movements should not be judged simply because they challenge those in power. He suggested leaders must allow citizens to organize, speak, and make their political choices without intimidations. For Linda Mwananchi supporters, this was more than just another political speech. It was a moment of reassurance that influential leaders were willing to stand with them despite the growing political pressure. And remember, this was happening at a funeral that had already attracted huge political attention. Halwale had also revealed that he personally discouraged President William Ruto from attending the burial, saying he wanted the occasion to remain focused on his family and the mourning of his late wife. So while the country gathered to mourn Gloria Halwale, political messages were impossible to ignore. Kajwang defending the movement, Halwale backing Sifuna, and Sifuna himself making it clear that he was not interested in being treated as a politician without a political home. The big question now is Linda Mwananchi becoming a stronger political force in Western Kenya? Or are these events simply exposing the deeper political battle that will define 2027? One thing is certain. Yesterday's ceremony was not just about mourning. It also revealed that Kenyans' political temperature is rising and the battle for 2027 is already taking shape. What is your thought? May you comment there so that we can discuss more. Bye-bye for now. Mama Radi here.